a year on YouTube, an actual year on YouTube. I can't actually believe that I've managed to make it to this momentous occasion. If you watch my first vlog that I uploaded to YouTube exactly a year ago pretty much, I'm sure you'll agree with me, it was shockingly bad, and I hope since then that I've got marginally better, but I'll leave that up for you to decide. The purpose of this video though is I'm just going to do a little bit of reflection on that first year, pick out some of my standout moments, and I'm just going to give you a general update on my channel and what you can expect in the coming months going into 2019. When I first set this channel up, my arbitrary objective was to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I don't really know why I set that for myself, but it just seemed like a challenging target but also realistic at the same time. And I'm pleased to say that I actually have smashed that target. So first of all, thank you very much to all of you that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. It means an awful lot. And I'm pleased to say that I'm actually currently on 1,700. I don't know how, but yeah, I've absolutely smashed my target. And I think it probably has something to do with a certain video that I uploaded a few weeks ago on the D850. I provided my first year review of that camera, and yeah, it did pretty well. It's currently on 46,000 views, which is probably more than all of my other videos combined, which is pretty amazing really. I have to say that the video that I uploaded a couple of weeks after the D850 video got about 1% of the views of the D850 video, so it's yeah, back down to earth with a FUD there. So my plan for 2019 is to still do occasional review videos that are actually useful for people, and then lots of videos of me walking around the hills and coasts of the Isle of Man, which are completely useless for people, but I do enjoy them, and that's the main point here. So, my first year. Let's start with my favourite image of the entire year. And you can see it right behind me here. I've come to the conclusion that this is the best image that I took during 2018 for various reasons. If you didn't watch the vlog that I shot this on, you can find it at the top now. This is taken at a location in Tanzania in Africa called Lake Natron, and I had an absolutely astonishing time there. It was absolutely breathtaking, and this particular astrophotography shot was taken under quite incredible dark skies. I've never seen dark skies quite as good as I saw at Lake Natron. Zero light pollution, and a real sense that in some ways I felt pioneering. I'm sure I'm not. I'm sure other people have taken similar images to this, but in my research, Lake Natron really isn't very well photographed or documented at all. Particularly with astrophotography, there really isn't that much quality work out there. So I feel with this image that I was really kind of, I don't know, forging my way into brand new territory, which makes it very, very satisfying. And I just feel with this composition, with this lone tree sitting in between the volcano out to one side and then some mountain peaks to the other, it just had a beautiful symmetry that I couldn't have planned any more better really. And just the fact that some local Maasai tribesmen took me to this location, to this tree, it's just very special, and it's a photo that I will continue to look back on, and it will bring a slight smile to my face every time I do. Worst picture. Now, you can see it just behind me here. I literally have no idea what I was thinking when I took this. So this image was taken at a place called the Curraghs, which is a big swamp in the north of the Isle of Man. And with this image I was trying to kind of embrace the chaos and show that it was a very busy environment and difficult to photograph. And I think I achieved that, but it's a terrible shot. It is really bad. I really don't know what I was thinking when I selected this as one of my favourite shots from that shoot. Yeah, I must have just lost my mind temporarily. Favourite comment of the year. Now, I had a lot of good standout options for this, but one just shone that little bit more brightly than all the others, and I received it on my video at Sigiriya in Sri Lanka, where I took this image. It goes as follows. We in SL need this kind of self-absorbed wanker like we need herpes. They keep cropping up. Read Wikipedia if nothing else. Our country is tropical, hot, and has a history dating back to when your folks were living in Neolithic caves. Thanks very much to Nishan Muthuk Rishna for that beautiful, beautiful comment. My favourite vlog. Now, I had a couple of strong candidates for this that I am particularly fond of, but one really stood out for me, and it's the one where I took this image behind me. This is when I took out the Canon 200D, which I'm filming on right now, for its first outing, on its first test drive really. And what makes this particularly special for me is there was no gimmicks, there was no tropical exotic destinations here. This was just taken at my local beach where I grew up as a kid, and it made it that extra bit special for me. And I think on this vlog I managed to capture winter weather at its very best, and for me it really summarises why winter is the standout season for landscape photography. The sheer diversity and ferociousness of those conditions that I encountered on that day were quite incredible. Just hailstorms that came out of nowhere, and sandstorms being whipped up on that beach, and just such deep contrast between the dark snow clouds and the burning orange sunset that I managed to see. It was an absolutely incredible day, and I will continue to look back at this video with a degree of pride, I think. Worst vlog. I think it has to be the one where I took this image. Although I really like this image, it is but a few seconds in quite a long video, and it's a turgid experience watching this video. I was bored shitless filming it, to be honest. It's just not very interesting. Shooting nighttime vlogs is very challenging because you can't bring that degree of B-roll and production which lifts it to another level. So I found it very, very difficult to put together a good video for this, and I think it shows. I'm astonished that anyone watched this and enjoyed it. I mean, if you're going for lighthouse beams in fog pictures just like this, then yeah, really, really useful. But yeah, for your average viewer, I can't see how it would have been. If you're interested in being bored to death, then by all means, go and watch this. So that's enough of beating myself with a stick in public. The last few months have been really interesting, and I think things have kicked on for me a little bit photographically speaking. I've done things which I could only ever have dreamt of in the past. I produced my very first calendar, which I was a little bit apprehensive of, but to be honest, it went down an absolute storm, and it's now sold out, and it's sold out within a couple of weeks of launching it. It was very, very popular, and I was quite taken back by that. So I'm definitely going to do that again next year, and I'm going to up the quantity, and I'm just going to try and surpass 2018's effort. So I'm really, really looking forward to doing that already. I've also done some of my first workshops lately, which I've never done before. Again, I've always lacked the confidence to kind of go out there and try and teach other people, because I think I was self-critical of my own knowledge and experience, and I had my doubts whether I had anything of value to tell anyone, but I've kind of got over that lately, and I have to say I very much enjoyed the workshops I did. It was fantastic, and yeah, I'm definitely going to do more in the future as well. And I've also done some presentations recently, which is bizarrely, you would think for someone who does a video like this I'd be great at public speaking, but I'm really not. I am terrible at public speaking, and I get incredibly nervous about doing it. So yeah, that was a big challenge, but it was fantastically satisfying to actually deliver a presentation. It was an incredible feeling, and yeah, if I get the opportunity to do more in 2019, I'm going to grasp those opportunities for sure. The last few months haven't been without their challenges. I've been suffering with insomnia lately, which is quite a new thing for me. It's something I've never experienced before, and if you haven't been there and experienced it, it's very difficult to explain the impact it has on you. But basically, it takes your energy, enthusiasm and motivation and just throws them out the window. So I found that very tough with photography and vlogging lately. So if you've noticed, there's been a couple of weeks where I haven't uploaded content, or some of my vlogs where I've looked like utter death. That's been the reason. It's been very challenging to maintain the content and the drive to get out there. But I'm managing to deal with it. I don't know whether it's going to be one of those long-term things that I just have for a period of time, but I'm learning to accept it. So I think going into 2019, I'm hoping that it's not going to be too much of a barrier to getting my content out there regularly. If insomnia wasn't enough, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be moving house, which is going to cause a little bit of disruption to my life for the next couple of months. So yeah. You're probably not going to see this beautiful office, which is basically just a corridor and a flat. You're not going to see this beautiful office again in another video. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of a disruptive factor there going on to my vlogging and photography for the foreseeable future. But hopefully I find a new home very, very soon, and I can actually maybe establish a proper photography office. I mean, that's the dream. Even if it's a garden shed, I'll take a garden shed. But yeah, it'd be nice to have an upgrade from a corridor in a flat. So that concludes this really random 2018 review 2019 preview video. Yeah, I hope that gives you a better sense of where things are with my channel. As always, thanks very much for those that have watched, and particularly for those that have come along for this journey over the last year and watched me. I don't want to use grow because it sounds cliche, but grow as a YouTuber. It's yeah, it's been a privilege to share my content with you, and I'm really, really grateful for those that watch week in, week out. It really means an awful lot. I'm hoping that 2019 can surpass 2018. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure it does. And yeah, I hope you all come along for the ride and enjoy my future videos. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.